Hey there, you guys. Let's talk about something a little bit shocking. Yep, that's right. I'm talking stun guns. This is my favorite. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that because the protected pepper with shield, once we came out with that, I'm in love with that too. So my two favorites are the protected pepper with shield and our stun guns. We have two models of stun guns for you. They are the Get a Grip. That's this one here, and the little ringer. That's this one here, and both of them come in multiple colors. Now, the biggest difference between the two is simply shape and size and how you can carry. So the Get a Grip is very obvious. The prongs are set up here, while the little ringer, the prongs are set more down with the flashlight. See that? So it's not quite as obvious in your hand. There you go. You can see all three. Multiple colors, right? Okay, so the thing also to know about all of our stun guns is they are rechargeable. They come with a micro USB cord and a car and a wall adapter. See that one there? And they all tell you how charged they are. So press of a button, this one I can see is 75%. Press of a button on this one, and I also have 75%. So real quick and easy to know when it's time to charge your stun gun. They all also have flashlights. So every one of our stun guns is a flashlight as well. The other cool feature about Damsel in Defense stun guns is the disable pin feature. So I'm going to show you guys because I just went for my bike ride, and this is actually how I ride my bike. I have a stun device in my hand. I have it in our runner-up glove. Our runner-up glove comes in 3 different colors and has reflective strips on the back. This is great for runners, joggers, hikers, anybody who doesn't want to have to worry about gripping their device, but always having it at their fingertips. Now, I can ride my bike with this. I keep it on my left hand because I use my right brake more often, but I can still do the brake even with this on my hand. Now, with the disable pin popped in, I'm armed and ready. So you're going to see on the little ringer, you have 2 controls. So you have a power switch, 1 click up, and you see that little red light? That means it's armed. This little button here, that is your stun button. I think my dogs are probably now hiding under all the beds, okay? So you have that stun button. That flashlight on the little ringer stays on when you're in that stun position. When you don't want it to be armed, just turn it completely off, okay? Now let me show you again. You see that red light is on? Now, if an attacker were to take this out of my hand, obviously when it's not in the glove, it would be really hard to take this out of my hand when it's in the glove. But if an attacker were to take it away, it would pull that pin, and you may have noticed that red light instantly went off. I did not turn off the power. You can see it's still all the way up or anything. They cannot stun. So again, it's another way so attackers cannot turn your devices against you. Now you might be going, okay, Jen, that's all great, but how do you use a stun gun? Well, first and foremost, one of the reasons I love a stun gun is because it's a heck of a deterrent, right? You guys heard that crackle sound. So let's just say, in fact, I had to do it today. I was riding my bike along the bike path, and there was a homeless guy kind of standing in the bike path, and he was giving me the absolute creeps. Now, he did not do anything. It's okay, but I got ready. I had the power switch on. I had my thumb on that trigger because if he had even turned and given me just a step towards my direction, I could have given him one of these with a big back off out of my mouth. Now, I'm just going to say back the F off is more effective, but I won't say that word on video, okay? But do practice it that way for yourself. Now, think about that. Do you think that that guy's going to continue to even think about approaching me for whatever he was thinking of in the first place? I don't think so. It makes you a heck of a hard target. And when we're a hard target, there's less of a chance we're going to be challenged and actually have to fight. However, I have seen this in action firsthand. Okay? The bite backs up the bark. It hurts like the devil. A stun device is a pain compliance tool. It is not what you see in the movies, right? Because in the movies, they go up, they stun someone in the neck, they carry them off, and 3 hours later, they're tied to a chair and they're being interrogated. That's not what a stun device does. Okay, it's not what a taser does either. You see the tasers the cops have. There is a difference for those who are wondering. Tasers shoot a projectile. Stun devices are direct contact. Okay, so this is another close contact tool when you're using it as a weapon, but remember, at a distance, that deterrent does the trick, okay? Also does great coyotes, And off-leash dogs that might be getting aggressive. I've used it on raccoons that were actually coming at me. I know that's crazy. I've used it to scare off possums and aggressive geese, because sometimes I go walking at the park and there are some pretty aggressive geese. Have I ever had to stun an animal? No, and I hope to never have to stun anyone. The sound alone is fantastic. However, if you do have to stun someone, okay, make sure if you hit anywhere, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, and it can exhaust the muscle group you hit. It does not normally knock somebody out, but I can't speak to somebody's completely low pain tolerance. Then maybe it would, okay? But your best targets are the chest, the ribs just below the abdomen, and the thighs. Those are your best targets. Now, I know a lot of ladies who may listen to this are going, I just want to stun him right in the groin, right? That's great. I get that. That's usually our first instinct to hit because we know that's a weak point, right? But let's be real. That is not a large muscle group. They tell us it is, but we know the truth. Shh. It would still feel like a swift kick in the area, so it would definitely hurt. But if it's also going to exhaust the muscle temporarily, then exhausting that could, if they can fight through the pain, could have them still running after us. But if I can exhaust his thigh muscle, his ability to get up and run is going to go way down, even if he can fight through the pain. Okay, I even have another video I can show you guys with that, because there were a couple of drunk men at a party, not being real smart. Gee, shocker, right? Drunk people not being smart, but they decided to play with one of our stun devices, and one shocked the other in the thigh. And boy, he went down and had a really hard time getting back up. So that's what this is about. It's about getting your attacker off of you, releasing you so that you can get away. You stun and you run. You do not stick around and admire your work. You get somewhere safe, you call the police, and again, you let them know you feared for your life, you used your stun device on them, and the last moment you saw them, this is where they were, this is what they looked like, and this is where I am safe and sound. Okay? That's your stun devices. So a couple quick things you guys might have questions about when it comes to stun devices. Traveling, checked baggage only. Do not carry through TSA. You can't carry any of these weapons into federal buildings or into like amusement parks that are barely open right now, but amusement parks and stuff like that, they won't allow it, but federal buildings is against the law. Some places it's rules, some places it's law. Now, you can sometimes sneak a few things where it's against the rules. For example, I've had a lot of people who want to go to amusement parks. Maybe they're meeting their friends there. They have to walk from the parking lot alone. I can help you make the decision on what's going to be able to be the most sneakable, but understand any security can really figure it out if they look close enough, okay? But I can teach you a few things if you decide you want to do that. Just FYI. Do not try and carry it where it's against the law, please. Hopefully those are the most secure places anyway, where hopefully you'd never need it in the first place. But always report. When you use any of our devices, always report. They have a lifetime warranty against any defects. So if it stops taking a charge, no problem. Your warranty is going to cover that. Just make sure you hang on to your receipt. Stun devices also have the incident replacement warranty. So if you already use it in self-defense, get your police report, because if it got damaged, if they took it from you or it dropped on the ground and is all messed up because you were fighting, don't worry. We're going to keep you covered, because Damsel truly believes if you decide to protect yourself with Damsel, we want you to stay protected with Damsel. Okay, I hope that covers all the questions you would have. If you have any more questions, definitely post them in the comments below. One thing I just realized I didn't cover. Voltage is not the true strength of a stun gun. Okay, you guys will see that if you go on some sites, they're going to say, oh, it's 90 million volts of power and blah, blah, blah. First of all, that's baloney. The only way to do that is to have the prongs set so far apart, there's no way you could carry it around. Okay, the true strength of a stun gun is in the amperage. Ours are 18 milliamps of power. I will actually post a chart on what that means so that you have an idea of what that can do. Because it's important if you're going to carry self-defense devices that you know as much as you can about those devices and their effectiveness. And just so you know, Damsel wanted to be sure that our customers were absolutely had peace of mind. So we put all of ours through third-party testing. So this isn't just some claim that we made up to throw on a label somewhere. We actually put ours through the testing to make sure anything we're claiming is 100% true. So that can give you some peace of mind that you can have faith in your Damsel in Defense products. All right, you guys, post your questions below if you have any more about stun devices, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Ta-ta for now.